Happy Halloween! I'm back with a new video for how I did my zombie bride makeup. We're going to start off with a everyday face. I already applied my everyday makeup. The only difference is I did a little smoky eye just to make it a little bit more dramatic. Right here I took the tissue and I spread it apart, split it in half because I wanted it to be as thin as possible. For the foundation, you kind of want to make sure it's a bit smoother and just not as heavy because you want it to look more realistic. I took the Elmer's glue and I applied it on my face. Then I put the tissue on top, and now I'm applying more Elmer's glue on top of the tissue just to make sure the tissue stays where it needs to stay. It's okay if some of the tissue breaks off. It's tissue, it's very thin, so that'll happen. But you just want to make sure all of the edges will be properly laid down. I'm now using my fan to make sure it dries while I move on to the next step. I'm taking a cotton ball and I'm ripping the cotton ball apart so that I can add texture to certain parts of my face. I'm not adding it to the whole thing because I only want textured areas in certain spots, not the whole thing. As you can see on my forehead and the other side of my head, I'm doing a cut on my face, and on the top of my head I'm doing a bullet hole wound. And right now I'm just going to use some concealer to cover up the tissue for the wound so it can just look more realistic and not stand out and look more uniform on my face. You just want to blend that really well. I don't have any foundation, so I couldn't use that. So the liquid latex is another thing that will add texture. Sometimes people just use that instead of the Elmer's glue, but I like to use both. That's what I started out with using is Elmer's glue, so I just stick with both of them. But I'm just going to apply this all over that area. And I'm applying it to the top, on top of the wound, the bullet hole wound, because I want to be able to open it up and make a hole. And I'll also add it to that part, and you'll be able to see more as we go along. So I still have the fan on my face, allowing it to dry. The liquid latex dries pretty quickly. Now I'm going in with some scissors to open it up. Make sure you're really careful during this step. You don't want to cut your head or make any real scars or wounds while you're doing your makeup. I'm also using tweezers to break it apart. Right now I'm going in with my cream makeup that I bought for like $1 from Walmart and my little sponge. And I'm going to add the red blood flesh looking colors to my burnt area. And you just want to make sure you cover the whole thing. You just dot it on. It looks really red to me, so I was really trying to be a little careful with that because I don't want it to look fake. Now that that's done, I'm now covering up the edges of the burn mark to make sure that blends well and looks realistic too. Now I'm going on top with the black so you can really see the effects of being burnt. And I'm not going to put it all over, just certain spots. And it's up to you to choose where you would like to put it. I'm also now using lipstick, black lipstick. Sometimes it just adds a different kind of texture when you use different products. I'm using the scissors right now to cut open the latex that I applied on the other side of my face for the cut that I'm trying to do. And you can definitely feel the glue drying on your face. So if you feel weird, just know that it's normal. Okay, so now I'm using some black eyeshadow that my sister let me borrow. And I'm filling in the inside. Now we're getting the fake blood. It's kind of jelly-like. And I'm adding it to the bullet hole wound around the edges. Right now I'm pulling apart some pieces where the glue was applied just to add in some dark holes to make it really look like my face was burnt. I feel like doing these little things really adds texture and gives a different look to the burn itself. I'm adding some mascara in there as I open up some holes, and I'm also checking to make sure it's dry. I'm going back in with my sponge to just add a little bit more darkness to my neck. All of this just aids in making it look more realistic. Right now, I'm going in with the fake blood, applying it to a Q-tip, and I'm gonna add it to my cut on the left side of my face, making sure it doesn't look too crazy and realistic. Putting it wherever. You could put the blood wherever you want to put it. It's up to you. So I'm now going to check out the other side of my face and just add some more black or color, whatever you need to add to make it more realistic. It's up to you. I felt that I needed a little bit more black in my mouth area and just to fill in some white spots that I see at the top. Now I'm going in with the fake blood on this side, and I'm going to add it to that side of my face on certain areas because some of the areas are burnt, so it's not really necessary to put like fake blood. I'm just touching up every side of my face, all the scars and wounds, adding extra blood where I see fit, and you can do the same. Where my bullet hole wound is, I'm going in and I'm adding some bruising. So I'm gonna use some blacks, some purples, some blues, whatever you think will look best. That's the palette I got it from. And I got this palette from Walmart as well. Shout out to Walmart. But yeah, it's just the little things that you already have sitting at home that you can easily put together to make this look. You just want to make sure you don't make it look super unrealistic. I'm now going in with my, I think it's spirit gum. And basically it just adds a little, it makes it look a little wet to me. It makes it look stand out and also tighten. So as you can see, I'm just adding the finishing touches to my makeup. I went ahead and untwisted my twist out and put on my Halloween costume, which I bought for like $30, like a one-piece leotard tutu. I put holes in it and marks in it just to add to the look. I'm adding one contact because only one side of my face is burnt, so I just feel like it looks a little better that way. And I just really love how this makeup turned out. I ended up coming in first place for my job's costume party contest, and I'm just really happy at how this came out. If you would like to copy this makeup or want to do some burns or whatever, I will list all the things you need below, and thank you so much for watching.